Alright guys, so now to talk about Genesis 2 and some of the things I found interesting. We're going to start with a bit of the conversation we had last time in regards to Genesis 1. Last time we talked about my belief of how the Father described creation and how we as humans now understand, or what we understand as evolution, I believe, is just our ability to start gathering together the actual process in which the creation followed. Back in Genesis 1, you might notice a trend where he said, or where the text said, find an example for you guys. Here in 1:11, and Elohim said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the plant that yields seed, and the fruit tree that yields fruit according to its kind, whose seed is in itself on the earth. And it came to be so." It says, "And it came to be so." It doesn't say he spoke and it immediately hopped on the ground. It says, "And it came to be so," which is what leads me to believe in the 7 days of creation, with the final day being rest, the Father set in motion all the things necessary for the eventual creation of the earth. Then in 2, the 7 days being completed, that process has been put in motion, and then it goes into the understanding the coming about of the garden. I don't want to elaborate too much on my belief of the garden, as I'm trying to grow through this series, not just talk about the things I already believe or the things that I already believe to understand. I'd rather read this word together with you guys as organically as I can. So far, we have the creation of Adam and then Eve in 2. Now, is this the first man that is created? Was Adam created before the beasts? Or was he created in such a way that his eventual creation was known, understood, and planned, and and part of that process of him coming through was the evolution of the earth? I don't know exactly, but that is kind of my belief on the matter. With that being said, I'm actually running out of time here, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This has been Doug with the Matic Rifleman, because everywhere deserves good and capable riflemen. Y'all have a blessed day. Hey guys, Doug with the Matic Rifleman here. So today we're going to be hopping into the reading of Genesis 2. This will be coming out of the Scriptures, 2009 edition ISR. If you have any questions in regards to what that is and why I'm using this translation, please refer back to the preface episodes that I did in the beginning of this playlist or series. If you're looking for the playlist, we will start in the preface episodes, starting at 1, working through to 4, then hopping into Genesis. Everything on the playlist is set up so we can listen together, read together, learn together in a linear fashion. I'm setting it up so that it plays the videos in the same order that you would read them, i.e. Genesis 1, 2, 3, and so on, and into the next books. If you guys have any questions on anything, please let me know in the comments. If you guys have any observations that are different from my own, again, with the comments. Obviously, you can also reach out by email or Facebook. That's all fine too. But we'll read through 2, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. But I want to do my best to read the word as the word and get through the word, and then we can discuss afterwards my thoughts and opinions on things that might pop up. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop in. Again, this is Genesis 2. Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their array. And in the 7th day, Elohim completed his work, which he had done, and he rested in the 7th day from all his work which he had made. And Elohim blessed the 7th day and set it apart, because on it he rested from all his work which Elohim in creating had made. These are the births of the heavens and the earth when they were created, in the day that Yahweh Elohim made earth and heavens. Now no shrub of the field was yet on the earth, and no plant of the field had yet sprung up, for Yahweh Elohim had not set rain on the earth, and there was no man to till the ground. But a mist went up from the earth, and watered the entire surface of the ground. And Yahweh Elohim formed the man out of the dust from the ground, and breathed into his nostrils breath of lives. And the man became a living being. And Yahweh Elohim planted a garden in Eden to the east, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground Yahweh Elohim made every tree grow that is pleasant to the sight, and good for food, with the tree of life in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from there it divided and became 4 heads. The name of the first is Pishon. It is the one surrounding the entire land of Hawilah, however you prefer to pronounce that, I'll have to look that up later, where there is gold. And the gold of that land is good. Bdellium is there, and the Shoham stone. And the name of the second river is Gihon. It is the one surrounding the entire land of Cush. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. It is the one which goes toward the east of Ashur. And the fourth river is the Euphrates. And Yahweh Elohim took the man and put him in the garden of Eden to work it and to guard it. And Yahweh Elohim commanded the man, saying, Eat of every tree of the garden, but do not eat of the tree of the... starting back in 17. But do not eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for in the day that you eat of it, you shall certainly die. And Yahweh Elohim said, It is not good for the man to be alone. I am going to make a helper for him, as his counterpart. And from the ground Yahweh Elohim formed every beast of the field and every bird of the heavens, and brought them to the man to see what he would call them. And whatever the man called each living being, that was its name. So the man gave names to all livestock, and to the birds of the heavens, and to every beast of the field. But for the man there was not found a helper for him, as his counterpart. So Yahweh Elohim caused a deep sleep to fall on the man, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh in its place. And the rib which Yahweh Elohim had taken from the man he made into a woman, and he brought her to the man. And the man said, This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. This one is called woman, because she was taken out of man. For this cause a man shall leave his father and mother, and cleave to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, yet they were not ashamed. That's going to conclude the reading of Genesis 2. Now we can go in and talk about some of the things I find interesting. I'm not going to pretend to have a perfect understanding of everything, especially in the early parts of this book. This is something that I do intend to grow through and with you guys as you share your insights with me and I with you. Hopefully this is an experience where we both can learn a great deal about our faith and embolden ourselves to be more confident in it. So with that being said, let me take a drink of water, and then we'll talk about some stuff.